Hello students, how are you? This is Snehanjali Miss teaching you GSC 4 and 5 lesson 1 part 3. Today we will discuss about cooking food and preserving food. As I already discussed, some food we are eating raw and some we are cook and eat. The food we eat raw must be washed properly before eating to remove the dust and germs. Other foods such as rice and vegetables are cooked before they are eaten. Cooking makes them soft, tasty, and easy to chew and digest. Cooking food by heating it, killing germs that make us sick. So we have to cook the food. Cooking also must be in a right process. That means food we should not be overcooked. This destroys the nutrients in it. That means if we will cook the food excess, it will destroy the nutrients. This type of food will not help us in any way. So we must cook the food for a limited time only. Vegetables and fruits should be washed before they are cut. But usually what we are doing? We are first of all cutting and after washing. In this way what happens? The nutrients are washed away with the water. That's why the vegetables which are to be cut should be first washed and then cut. It is a good habit. Food should be cooked in just enough water. After cooking, the water generally we are throwing. In this way also we are throwing many nutrients because in this water nutrients are dissolved. These dissolved nutrients we are throwing. So we are not getting that much of nutrients as we want. So these are some right ways of cooking. What are the ways? That means the food should not be overcooked. Fruits and vegetables should be cut should be washed before cutting, and the excess water where we are cooking should not be thrown out or drained out. These are the right way of cooking. Let us come to the next part, preserving the food. Sometimes what happens, the food, the leftover foods sometimes are becoming stale. Why? Because the germs breed on it and spoil the nutrients. This type of stale food is not at all good for health. It will make us sick. But we also should not throw the food or waste the food. We have to preserve it. What the preservation means? In any way, we have to stop the breeding of germs or the growing of germs in the food. That is preservation. So there are some process of preservation depending upon the type of food. That is refrigeration, using preservatives, canning and drying. Refrigeration, in the process of refrigeration, generally what happens, we are keeping the food in very low temperature so that the germs will not grow in such temperature, so we can keep the food fresh for long time. Then eating using the preservative means such chemicals or some substances are there which can prevent the food from growing germs in it. Such things are salt, sugar, oil, like this. If pickling is a process of preserving food, what we are doing in pickling? We are adding salt and oil so that the germs will not grow. In jelly, jam, when we prepare the sauce, jelly and jam, generally we are adding sugar to it. This sugar will help to preserve the food for long time. These things which are used to preserve the food are called preservatives, and we are using some chemicals also such as sodium benzoate as a preservative. Canning means we are keeping the food in an airtight container so that it cannot be stale or cannot be spoiled by the germs. Then drying. Water is if we will remove the water from the food items, then we can stop the growing of germs in such a food, as we are preparing the dry mangoes in such ways. Okay, so these are the methods of preserving the food, such as refrigeration using preservatives like oil, salt, sugar, then canning, then drying. These are the process where we can store the food for long time. So thank you, students. I have already sent the exercise part. Please go through it and write it in your notebook. Thank you.